Are you looking for the best bike multi-tools of 2024? In this video we will look at some of the 4 best bike multi-tools on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Blackburn Switch Wrap Toolkit. Take a good look at the Blackburn Switch Wrap Toolkit, $50, and you may ask yourself, who needs a saddlebag? In addition to the handy multi-tool that is stored inside it, the Switch Wrap is designed to hold everything that most cyclists will stash in a separate saddlebag or throw in a fanny pack: a spare inner tube, 1 or 2 tire levers, a couple of CO2 canisters, and a CO2 inflator. And you could probably fit a few more things inside. Bonus: the wrap is designed to be attached snugly either under your saddle or on a frame tube, saving you from either carrying weight on your back or needing to buy a saddlebag altogether. Though the wrap design makes it a little more time-consuming to deploy the tools, the Switch Wrap comes with a solid selection for most trail or roadside fixes and adjustments. While not a traditional, fold-out multi-tool, the kit includes multiple dual-headed bits that fit into a handle that functions either as a T or L-shaped grip as well as a bit extender. This provides excellent ergonomics, great leverage, and options to access hard-to-reach places that folding tools often can't. The caveat is that the bits are all separate, so can misplace them or drop them in the dirt if you aren't careful. The chain tool is on the short side and hard to grip while removing a rivet, a common issue with small multi-tools, but it was certainly functional and adequate for fixing a chain mid-ride. You've also got to pull the whole wrap off the bike every time you need to access any of the tools. Still, if you're looking for a handy solution to carry your tools and other repair essentials, such as a tube, CO2, and tire levers, on the bike instead of your back, the Blackburn Switch Wrap Toolkit is a fantastic option. One of our editors has had one of these strapped to his mountain bike for years, so it's always there when he needs it and even when he doesn't. At number 2. Blackburn Wayside. The Blackburn Wayside, $40, feels like it was designed and built by off-road cyclists who know not only what tools you'll need but how you'll actually use them. The range of 7 hex tool sizes is impressive, but what really stands out for us is that 5 of them are removable and have ball ends, which means they're much easier to fit into and use in hard-to-reach spaces. The beefy 8mm hex key attached to the tool also works as a mini breaker bar, or extender, that the smaller, detachable hex keys fit into for added leverage. The rest of the Wayside is similar to other multi-tools with tools that fold out, including 6 and 8mm hex keys, T25 and T30 Torx bits, a flathead screwdriver, a chain tool, and even a longish serrated knife blade. The chain tool has integrated 0, 1, and 2 spoke wrenches and a press-to-valve core removal tool. Although the chain tool is a little on the short side, working with it is made easier thanks to a wire chain hook that holds your chain in place for removing or adding a link. The chain tool has another redeeming quality: a brake disc pad spreader. It makes simple work of resetting a disc brake, a common issue when removing wheels for transportation and pressing the brake levers accidentally. The Wayside is a bit larger than in size than similar tools, so it takes up a bit more storage space in your pocket or pack. That said, it feels good in your hand and is easier to grasp than some of the pint-sized competition. It's also a tad heavier than many of the other models we tested, a trade-off for the awesome removable hex keys. At $40, the Blackburn Wayside is a great option for the rider who wants the functionality of individual hex keys in a well-designed multi-tool they can take anywhere on the go. It's not the smallest or the lightest, but it's reasonably priced and works great. At number 3. Wolf Tooth 8-Bit Kit 2. When you are miles from nowhere and are depending on a multi-tool to get back on the road or trail, you'll be glad you packed the Wolf Tooth 8-Bit Kit 2, $140. The kit actually includes 3 stackable multi-tools held together by magnets, all of which are sold separately, too, providing 26 functions, give or take, depending on how you count, that cover just about any repair that doesn't require a bike shop. The 8-bit pack pliers, $70 sold separately, are the backbone of the kit, with 17 functions on its own. These Master Link pliers have 8 attachments magnetically nested inside the handles that fit into an 8mm swivel head on the end. The bits include 2 through 8mm hex keys, T10 and T25 Torx bits, Phillips No. 2 and flathead screwdrivers, a spoke wrench and valve core tool, and a valve cleaning rasp. The other side of the tool is the 8-bit chain breaker plus utility knife, $70 sold separately, that has both of its namesake tools plus a tire plug inserter, storage for tire plugs, a master link, and a valve core, and a 16mm hex. Sandwiched between the two is the 8-bit tire lever plus disc brake tool, $20 sold separately, that is a large tire lever, rotor truing tool, and an 8mm flare wrench. Either stacked together or separately, its three multi-tools feel solid in hand and have long, ergonomically designed handles that offer excellent grip and leverage. It's fairly long but well contained to keep its size quite reasonable for the tools available, and it's shockingly lightweight at just 172 grams. It's also beautifully machined and sturdy, as we've come to expect from Wolf Tooth products. We chose this as the best tool for bikepacking and far-flung adventures, where you might be very far from civilization because of the wealth of tools offered for handling tricky fixes. Sure, it takes some fiddling around to remove the separate bits from the handle compared to a conventional multi-tool, and the bits are also black, which makes them potentially easier to lose in the dirt or at night. But if you're not in a rush and want the right tool to cover a huge range of fixes and adjustments, the Wolf Tooth 8-bit Kit 2 is an excellent option. At number 4. Silca Italian Army Knife, Venti. Silca calls the Venti the Italian army knife and the kitchen sink of multi-tools, and we couldn't agree more. As is typical of all their products, the Silca Venti, $55, is one ingeniously designed, rugged, and artfully crafted tool that we kept coming back to when we debated which multi-tool deserved our best overall rating. The Venti is everything you'd want in a tool for road, mountain bike, or gravel cycling. It's sturdy, feature-packed, small, easy to access, and solid in your hand. The side plates are textured for extra grip and sweaty palms, and it has great ergonomics for a tool of this style. Like any good bike multi-tool, the Italian Army Knife comes loaded with all the hex sizes you'll likely ever need while riding, from 2mm to 8mm, along a whopping 4 Torx sizes, T8, T10, T20, and T25, and Phillips and flathead screwdrivers. The forged bits are also plated with a type of chrome that gives them a better grip or bite on the heads of stubborn bolts. Look closely, and you'll find some other clever little touches in the Venti. The removable chain tool handle is much larger than most, making it solid for grasping and easier to handle when working on a chain. It also serves as a spoke wrench, valve core remover, 10mm nut wrench, and disc pad spreader. Inside the side plates, there's a nifty storage space with magnets that can hold a master link for most chains. And, if you don't have a master link, the conventional chain tool makes fixing a broken chain as easy as it can be when you're out on a ride. At 177 grams, it isn't a featherweight, but it certainly won't weigh you down, and its reasonably compact size makes it easy to stash in your saddlebag, jersey pocket, or fanny pack. At $55, it isn't exactly cheap either, but the Silca Italian Army Knife, Venti is a well-made and highly functional multi-tool that'll quickly pay itself off over its long lifespan.